The next one is test your solution. Test your solution. Test it out.
Well, I think that kind of goes hand in hand with research, right? And what I mean when I say that is you have to prove the concept. So very much like Shark Tank, a company may come and have no prior sales because they haven't actually rolled out, right? But they've tested it to see that maybe in a small scale the product works, or they've tested in a small scale in terms of going to the local farmers market, and everybody loves their orange peel infused honey. I know that's very specific. So that is absolutely something that you have to do, right? And it's very important that you do so because you want to, I guess they call it research and development, right?
Correct.
Because the worst thing you can do is, for example, I know a young kid who is from North Carolina who's a rapper. And he's got, well, listen, no, he's great in that town. But it's not going to, so, and he's in North Carolina. So he's like, well, I'm making $10,000 a month in that town. But, and I was trying to tell him, I was like, listen, you might want to look at the 360 deal, because the 360 deal, the company's going to get a life insurance policy and kill you like they did Young Dolph. Hey, I don't know what I'm talking about. I've just been doing this for the last 15 years. Right? Oh, I don't need you, click. Okay. So you sound like the baby in your town in North Carolina. But if you haven't gotten a buzz outside of your town in North Carolina, even if outside of your state, because people like the baby, to be honest, I had no clue who he was, right? People like PNB Rock, rest his soul. When they were like, oh my God, PNB Rock died, I was like, who's that?
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Apparently he was, so, even, and these guys are supposedly big artists. So, you have to test out, hey, listen, is somebody, just because your family likes the way you make mac and cheese, it might taste like toasted roadkill to everybody else, right? So you have to test your solution and make sure that people who aren't going to be nice to you because they don't know you from a can of paint can test your product and be like, man, you know what? This mac and cheese is good. Or, no, it's not good.
It's not it.
Yeah. So you got to test that.
Yeah. I agree. Every time you have a business idea, make sure you test, even if you have to do it for free, to see what, if people like it. Because if people do, they will make a referral back to you again. And if you've seen the volume is increasing, there's a demand for it, and you're like, oh my goodness. Because when I started the trainings, I was training $20 per person. Next Gen, ask me how much I'm charging right now.
How much are you charging now, Coach
$425 to $500.
Wow, yeah.
Per person.
Yeah. Because that's the value you bring.
Yes, and the demand is high.
Yeah.
Like just today, I got 2 phone calls. But when I was doing it $20, I was testing at that time because I didn't know how this will work out for me. Even when a lady called me, she's like, "Hi, I have training for 10 staff." She said, "How much is the training per person?" I said, $20. She started laughing. She said, "What's funny?" She said, "Because we have $10,000 to spend down."
Yes.
And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" She never called me back. That ended.
You weren't expensive enough.
Exactly, I wasn't expensive enough. She can't give me $200 and still have $9,000 because the administration is going to say, "Well, since you didn't spend it, we're going to take next year's budget. We're not going to give you that much." So they have to spend down. So that's when I start to learned that this field that I'm in is very demanding, and when people call you to train their staff, increase your price. That's your value.
I found that actually it seems like, especially if you're providing a service, people want you to charge them more money. Like, it's weird. They're like, oh, you only charge X amount. Like, I don't know.
Cheap, they don't see any value in it. If you're cheap, they don't see any value in it.
Yes. Yes.
How are people able to buy expensive clothing and they don't even work at a good job? They don't even make $100K. They make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, and they dressed in all designers because people are going to find a way to get that money.
Yeah.
So next gen, I'm sorry, next gen. Go ahead. What do you think about testing your solution?
It's imperative. Any type of innovation, business product, from an app to a food product. For apps, for sure, people know about beta testing. You want to make sure that everything works. It works with all types of Visa, MasterCard, debit card, all different countries. But a food product, anything you're bringing to market has to be tested. And I remember seeing a clip. Well, I watched the Breakfast Club visited Patti LaBelle. I know this sounds really random, but I just tuned in to watch it. Because Patti LaBelle has like a line of food products, right? Like, but she brought up some food products. I think a pancake mix and the syrup, and she was talking about the process that she went through to develop it, and getting the taste right, the proportions right, and trying to make it like what she was used to growing up. But this testing the solution actually takes time. But when it takes and as you said, a lot of times you might be doing trainings for free, testing for free, getting feedback, getting testimonials, getting referrals. You might not be making money at this time.
Correct.
But getting dollars, but it's so valuable in the process and refining your product, because then, for her, when she's, it's her name on it and her picture is literally on it. So when she sends that pancake mix or that syrup out there, she wants it to be high quality. And same for us, right? Like, if we make a platform, online platform, an app, if we come out and we start our training, like, we want to bring our best. So any feedback that we could get in the early days helps us refine the service, refine the product. It's so important.
Yeah. What do you think, Wally?
Right. So testing your solution. So if you remember, right, I remember I did a live like way back, like almost a couple months, maybe a year ago, right, where I was talking about this certain business structure. I forgot what it was exactly, but basically what this business would do is, before it actually goes into business, it would take opinions, whatnot, right, and opinions and whatnot. They would basically make the business by actually whatever the product is, or whatever the service, they will put it out there, right, and give it amongst, I guess, a group to test it out or just to check it out and get their opinions, so then they can truly develop and make the product solid before it actually becomes out in the market.